Hello and welcome to OpenSolar. My name's Christian and today we're welcoming on board Eguana Technologies as a new exhibiting battery partner on OpenSolar. If you didn't already know, OpenSolar is a free solar sales and design software for the installer. In here you have an end-to-end toolkit where you can generate leads, manage your projects in a CRM tool, design solar systems, generate quotes, interactive and digital quotes that you can then send out to your customers and track all of the touch points along the way, as well as delivering post-sales documentation. So in here you really have an end-to-end software for the solar business. And today I'm just starting on this My Energy page you can see down here, and this is the end product of OpenSolar. This is the solar proposal that you're going to send out to a customer once you've designed it. So focusing in on that new partnership today, we have this lovely looking content here by Iguana. So you can see you get a few key details, you get a nice image of the Evolve battery as well as their logo on there as well. And you also get nice videos in here included. So this is a customer testimonial. You also have nice detailed brochures that speak about the Iguana range, and you also have the spec sheets included automatically for you. So some nice extra marketing material provided here by Iguana. And now to talk about the rest of the quote, you have a few key figures at the top. Customers can switch between different views of their home with this button here. They could also switch between different system options that you're offering here, and you'll notice as we scroll down, these offerings will update the charts and the various figures that flow throughout this proposal. So we've got the system performance, we've got how the system works, and once again switching over to the storage option brings in that battery element there. We've got the environmental benefits, the net financial impact, and the bill savings table down here as well. Once again switching between to easily compare between the options that you're offering the customer. Finally, we've got the quotation table and the ability to download this proposal as a PDF document as well. So you can generate there if you want to attach it to an email instead of sending out this online version. Once the customers receive this and they're happy to proceed, they can then go through to accept the proposal and pay the deposit here by reviewing the quote table, the terms and conditions of your business, checking off that they've read those, and then they have to sign away with this little signature box here. And you can also provide some payment information there for them to pay offline like this with a bank transfer, or we have a credit card integration with Stripe as well for payment. So that's kind of OpenSolar from the customer's end, and I thought it'd be nice just to show you guys this nice looking Iguana content that we now have available in OpenSolar. Before we jump in to creating our own new project, I thought it'd be handy to show you guys how to set up the Iguana exhibit content. So you can come down here into the control zone, which is where you configure all of the key settings for your business, and this is only for the administrators of the account. So to set up that Iguana content, you come into the design and hardware, you come into the batteries area, and you can see here I've already added it into my account, but if you go up and click on plus create at the top right, and just search in there for Iguana, you'll then get a short list of various products here, and you can see in this case the Evolve battery range is exhibited because you have these logos next to it. So select any of those batteries and then proceed to click save there. And you can also, if you want to, add in a cost of the battery here, so that factors into your price breakdown as well. So that's how you add in the Iguana products, and then you get that nice looking content on your proposals when you're designing with the Evolve battery. Great, so now let's jump back to the project zone, and this is where it all kind of begins in OpenSolar. You manage all of your projects here. You can see you can star favorite projects, you can view the address, the contacts that you've assigned to that project, and you can also quick call, text and email your customers right from the app here as well, which is nice and handy. You can add filters to rank your projects, and you manage your CRM in different ways. So you can filter for actions that have been completed or incompleted, or which projects you've sold the system on, and so on. So you have a variety of different filters there to use and get a short list of projects, which you can then download this or the list as a CSV file to do any external reporting that you want to. So you can click into a project here, and this will give you more details about that specific job. So over on the right hand side you have the workflow up here, which you can customize to suit the processes of your business. You can also schedule in any activities, assign team members to these jobs, enter core details of the project, and enter in the customer's electricity usage and their utility tariff that they're on as well. So for our example today, let's create a new project at the top right here. Just going to use an address in Sydney for this example. We can select residential, and you can also put in any contact details there as well. Then we'll go through to create and design, which takes us into this studio zone where we're going to do our solar design today. So if we just zoom in a little bit on this roof better, we can then go over to the left hand panel bar and select our panel type from here. So if you click select, you can choose from this active list, being the ones that you use on a regular basis, or you can search the database of our panels in here as well. So we'll take this REC panel for the moment, and then we'll go and click on plus panel groups at the top, and just clicking and dragging along the roof like so to lay down the panels. You can see here this little yellow line has popped out, and that indicates the azimuth or the orientation of this array, and that is set currently to 10 degrees, so pretty much facing north there. And we can also add in any extra panels in the surrounding areas as well. So once you've designed this panel group, you have on the left hand side here various different panel settings, such as moving them horizontal here, which allows you to just pick up and drag them around the roof like that. You can also choose to fill the rectangle, which will just fill in these remaining gaps in that rectangle there. You can add in tilt racks here as well by putting the degrees of tilt, adjusting the slope of the roof, putting in a gap between the panels, so we might put in a 30 centimeter gap here. So you have various different options there for that specific panel group. And then we can return to the main menu of the studio zone just by clicking anywhere else on the map. So there we are. Now we'll add in our inverter here as well by clicking on plus. We'll just take this SMA inverter as our example today, and if you want you can add in stringing quickly by clicking this button and then drawing your string through the panels like so. So you don't have to do this step, but we do have that as an option in OpenSolar as well. And then the way we would add in our Iguana battery today is by clicking this battery tab, clicking on plus, and you can see it's automatically come up for us here, which is nice. But if you want to, you can go in and select and choose from any other Iguana batteries that you might have in your list there as well. Perfect. So we're going to title this system option at the top here. Might call this one solar and storage. And we can create another option if we want to as well. We can duplicate this one. This one, if we don't want to include a battery option for the customer, if you don't think it's necessary, we can just call it solar only and remove the battery. So we now have two options for the customer up here, and you can create as many as you like, either by duplicating or creating a new system from scratch. Great. So we've done our solar design now. We can zoom out, and this white box that you're seeing here is the preview image for the customer. We can then configure the pricing and the incentives and the payment options in here. So you'll notice in Australia the incentive, the STC discount, gets automatically calculated for you in here. You have the pricing within this area, and this is where you can select from various different pricing schemes. And these are set up in that control zone down the bottom right there. But you have various different options here of how you want to configure the pricing. So at the moment we're just going on price per watt, so based off the size. But you can also enter the price manually like this and just type in the system price that you want. Or you can use a markup percentage here, which will take into account all of the costs of your business within this cost breakdown tab. And so all of those costs are once again configured in the control zone. Great. You can also select your payment options in here, and they're once again configured in the control area. So let's move on now to the My Energy page, and we'll have a quick look at our proposal that we've just created. We're welcomed here with a brief cover message from our business to our customer, and a little bit of information about our business as well. You can then click continue. You can see we're just still loading a little bit here, but we've got our system image, we've got our hardware in here. Once again, we've got that nice looking Iguana content in the proposal as well, which is great. And then the rest I explained to you at the beginning of this video. So now let's jump into the control zone. This is where the admins of the account are going to do most of the configuration. So in here on the left hand side, you're setting up your business information in here, such as uploading your logo, setting your color highlight of the proposal as well, and putting in any other information about your business in this area. We can add in other team members to our business in here by clicking create and then adding them in there. We can customize different actions for our business in this area by managing the project actions or creating tags, and so these can be applied to different projects in the project zone to effectively manage your CRM and check off all of the actions throughout the project lifetime. You can set up your pricing schemes and your payment options for your customers in here. So jump into these two tabs and you can then click on this create button at the top right to set those up. You can also set up your cost information for your business as well by creating a cost list in here. So you might have one for residential, or you might have one for commercial, and so on. And you create these cost lists and then apply them to specific jobs in the project zone for that job. We went through it before, but you can set up your hardware in this area. So the same process as for the battery that we saw earlier, just clicking on create and then searching for a manufacturer or a code in here. So if we type in REC, then we'll get a list of all the REC panels that we have in our database there. So you can click on them and then put in the cost in that field there, and then clicking on save. And that will add it into your list of panels that you're using on a regular basis. So same process for the inverters and the batteries, such as the Iguana one that we touched on earlier. Finally, this purchase experience section is everything related to the end customer. So this is customizing your proposal template, which is effectively that My Energy page that we were on before. So you can create various different templates and really customize it to suit your business, add in any marketing content and additional material that might help you sell better through OpenSolar as well. Then you can upload your terms and conditions within this contract template area. So just creating a new contract template and copying and pasting your terms and conditions of your business into the field that is provided there. And these will then appear when your customer is checking out and accepting and signing that proposal. Finally, this checkout experience area allows you to accept various different payment types. So you can accept a credit card payment via Stripe by switching on this integration here, or you can accept an offline payment like I've done by providing your bank details there for a deposit. Great, and that pretty much covers the platform on a high level for today's video. If you need any additional support, you can find it at the bottom right hand corner of the app by clicking this button. You can visit our help center, which has lots of different training material. In there you have a full training package of videos, and you also have weekly webinars as well down here, which I highly recommend joining, and these are great to onboard your entire team on OpenSolar as well. They run on Monday, Wednesday and Thursday every single week at 3 p.m. Sydney time, so I really recommend joining those, as they'll cover pretty much the entire platform, and they only go for 30 minutes each, and they also have a bit of time for Q&A as well. If you're running into any other issues, you can send us an email here at support@opensolar.com, and if you think you need it, you can also book in a free 30-minute demo if you're just starting out on OpenSolar to have a chat with us. Alrighty, thanks for tuning into this video today. Thank you, Iguana, for coming on board as an exhibited partner on OpenSolar. and wishing everyone a great day.